G'day guys, Craig here and welcome to our channel, Roaming in the Robbo. If you're new here, thanks for dropping by. And if you're a regular, welcome back. So this video is going to be all about how we're setting up the 200 series as a tourer. We've got an 18-week trip coming up. We're cutting straight through the centre of the country, taking in Uluru, ducking into Queensland for a bit, back into the Northern Territory, Kakadu National Park, Litchfield National Park. We're going to hit the Kimberley, the Gibb River Road, back down the WA coast. It's going to be epic. So if you're interested in family touring with a camper trailer, the Robbo, please subscribe, leave a comment if you enjoy what we're doing, hit that bell icon so you get notified when we upload our travel videos, and always leave us a comment. So we've owned the 200 for about 4 months now. Secondhand 2020 GXL 200 series. The previous owners had actually set this up as a tourer, so a lot of the fit out was already done, which made it easy for us, right? Most of it's done, but there was a few little extra bits and pieces that we wanted to fit to get it set up perfectly for us, and that's the focus of this video. When we first bought the Cruiser, we released a video, so we'll leave a link at the end of this video or a link in the description, so make sure you go and check that one out. We ran through all the accessories that were already fitted, and we also took it over the weighbridge, and yeah, you'll be surprised at how heavy it was. So go check that out, but finish this one first. So unfortunately, the previous owners were unable to do their trip. Their circumstances changed and they had to sell the car, and we snapped that up. So just a brief overview of the accessories that were already fitted. Like I said, we ran through that in the previous video, but it already had a bull bar, driving lights, a winch, recovery points, second battery with DC charger, second fuel filter, roof rack, 33-inch all-terrain tyres. It had a brake controller, extra USB points, an aftermarket upgraded Kenwood stereo unit. And the best thing that they had done, which is why we bought this particular vehicle, is it had a pre-registration GVM upgrade. It takes it up to 4,015 kilos, right? So just a smidge over 4 ton, and that's running the Old Man Emu suspension with 400 kilo constant springs in the rear with the BP51 shockies. So we were having a lot of troubles with our weights with our previous vehicle. This vehicle solves all those problems. Right, so let me just find somewhere to pull over, and then we'll run through what we've done just for the final fit out to set it up as our tourer. Alright, well, this is as good a place as any. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is the snorkel, Safari RMAX snorkel. 2 reasons why we fitted this. First of all is dust. 200s have a little bit of a dusting issue. Get to that in a little bit. So obviously with the raised air intake all the way up here and the horrifically dusty gravel roads and dirt roads that we have here in Australia, it gets it in the cleaner air. You see the standard air intake for the 200s is behind this guard here, and you can just imagine the wheels churning up all that dust on those dusty roads and just getting sucked straight into the intake. So that negates that problem. Not 100%, because if you're in a convoy or there's a car coming the other way, obviously you're going to be sucking in some dust, but we'll get to what I've done on the inside about that issue in a little bit. The second reason we fitted the snorkel is for water crossings. This big trip that we've got planned, we will be doing some water crossings. So with the air intake so low, you run the risk of sucking water into your engine. With the intake all the way up there now, it's not too much of a problem. If we suck water in from up there, we got bigger problems, right? I chose the Safari snorkel. It's cosmetic, really. I prefer the more factory stock look of the black plastic snorkels as opposed to the stainless steel or powder coated snorkels. It's purely my preference. The reason why I went for an RMAX over the VTEC, which is a lot skinnier, these ones are a lot wider, it looks better, and can't do that with a stainless snorkel. Alright, time for the hat to go on. Let's getting a bit sunny out here. So as I was just alluding to, the 200 series have a so-called dusting problem. It's a thing, Google it. So owners of 200 series have had dust enter their engine, and it's catastrophic failure, right? Thousands of dollars worth of repair bills, even some people having to change the engine. So there's two ways dust can enter your engine, either being sucked through the factory filter, which the snorkel will help to negate, not 100%, but also the 200 series factory airbox actually leaks on the clean side. So if you're on those dusty roads and your engine bay is full of dust, you can actually suck dust into the clean side of your rear airbox and then into your engine. So that's why I've fitted the Donaldson Power Core filter and filter box. This one's just hit the market and I decided to go for this one. They boast a 99.99% dust suppression efficiency. Now Donaldson use these style filter and filter boxes on $1 million mining machinery that operates in horrifically dusty environments. DIY install, super easy. It uses all the factory mounting bolt locations, and the service life, it depends on what sort of conditions that you expose your vehicle to, but people are saying around 50,000 Ks. It's actually got a little service window. When that turns red, that's when you replace it. You don't have to replace it on a schedule. Just whenever that window turns red, you change the cartridge. Super easy. Right, just moving over the other side here. I was just talking about water crossings. So a small price to pay to ensure you don't suck water into your critical driveline components. Extended diff breathers. Front diff, rear diff, transfer case and transmission. Okay, nothing special here. Bonnet protector. Got to be honest, purely cosmetic decision, that one. There was so much silver up the front here because of the color-coded bull bar. That black tinted bonnet protector just breaks up all that silver, and it will also help deflect bugs over the windscreen. Alright, weather shields. Same as a bonnet protector. Purely cosmetic decision. I reckon they look really good. They do have the added bonus of having your window down without it messing your hair up, right? I reckon they look real smart. Drawer system. It's a ripper. Let's go check that out. You ready? Yep, that's right. I fitted Titan drawers. The cheapest drawer system on the market. Why the hell would you put the cheapest, nastiest drawers in the back of a 200? The answer is really simple. 2 drawers with a fridge slide and the wings, which haven't turned up yet and won't be here in time for our big trip, $375. A comparable system from MSA or ARB, $2,000 to $2,500. These are 5 to 6 times cheaper. So the quality's not the best, right? I installed them myself. I did have to make a couple of little adjustments and repairs, and I needed to reset the trimming around the outside. But I'm really interested in running this $400, cheaper than $400 experiment. I know some people who've been running Titan drawers for a couple of years. They haven't had a problem with them. They seem relatively well built and sturdy, so I can replace these 5 times and still be cheaper than one of the more reputable drawer systems on the market. Anyway, that's what I went for. They work, right? They work. Right, so in this drawer, I've got all my recovery gear, so snatch strap, winch extension rope, tree protector, snatch block, recovery hitch, spare shackles. I've got a tyre repair kit, boost pack, got my compressor, tyre deflators, and don't travel without one of these. Public service announcement there, guys. Fire extinguisher in Australia is a must. And in this drawer is all my tools and spare parts. Got a pretty comprehensive toolkit and also spare parts. I won't bore you with everything we're taking away with us, but that all lives in this drawer here. So other than these drawers being the cheapest on the market, there's absolutely nothing else wrong with them. Cheers. Hey, you don't have to step in the shot, do you? you want a beer? Yep, okay. Okay, there's just one more thing I want to show you up the back here. Give me a sec. Rock tamers. I love them. Absolutely love them. I think they look awesome. The rest of my family reckons they look ridiculous. They're so cool. So anyone who's ever driven on a gravel road towing a caravan or a camper trailer, you'd be driving along 80 k's an hour, then you hear a thunk on the roof. What is that? 10 minutes later, thunk on the roof again. It's actually gravel being spat up from the tyres of your car, hitting your camper or caravan, ricocheting and landing on the roof of your car. So the rock tamers will not only protect your caravan or your camper trailer, but it'll also stop any stone chips on the back of your car, and you reduce the chances of smashing your rear windscreen as well. I love them, eh? I think they look great. Also, while we're here, I got an adjustable tow hitch. That's a Loadmaster tow hitch. It's 3.5 ton rated. I've got it on the lowest setting. Because the Cruiser's had a lift and it's got slightly bigger tyres, the nose of the trailer, the Robbo, was ever so slightly up. So you want your trailer, your caravan, your camper to be perfectly dead flat for towing stability, or ever so slightly nose down is also acceptable. Now with that adjustable hitch, I've got it on the lowest setting. Our camper is dead flat. Anyway, let's head up to the roof rack, eh? So this is the ARB base rack. This was already on the vehicle when we purchased it. Now these roof racks have a 25 kilo rating per crossbeam. There's 8 cross members, so that means it's got a load rating of 200 kilos. What it basically means is you can load this up to the roof load limit of your vehicle. And the 200, it's a bit confusing because there's conflicting information online. Some people say 150 kilos, some people say 200. I'll put a little screenshot up. I found a PDF, it looks like it's been released by Toyota, that says for the 200 series, it's a 200 kilo roof limit. Now, I'm not going to reach either of those ratings anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now the good advantage with these racks is there's no weight reduction limit when you're off-road, unlike competitors. The only disadvantage is you need specialized mounting gear, which is quite expensive in itself. So what I've got going on up here, I've got a long handle shovel on this side. I've got just behind the camera a 3x3 meter XTM awning. Now, it's not the world's best awning. I do have dreams of one day getting a freestanding 270-degree awning, but not just yet. I've obviously got the second spare wheel for our travels with the ARB Y strap. I've got 4 max tracks, and I've also got 110 watt solar panel. Now the reason why I went for such a small solar panel is this vehicle's already got a DC charger, so every time the car's running, it's charging the second battery. The only reason I put a solar panel on is for when we're at camp for, you know, 2 or 3 days and not really driving the car, just so we can put a little bit of charge back into that second battery. The other reason why I wanted such a small solar panel is I wanted to leave some real estate on the roof rack for jerry cans and fishing rods, things like that. Anyway, it's a pretty good roof rack, I reckon. Alright guys, almost there. The last thing is the UHF. I fitted a GME XRS 370. That's one of the remote hideaway units. So the main head unit is behind the dash. This all came out and there's a massive void in there. So I didn't want to clutter the dash. I wanted it to look nice and neat and classy in here. So the main unit is hidden in there and the remote is down by my left knee here. All the controls for operating are on this unit. And that just hides away down in there. And we got it paired up with a 2.1 decibel aerial on the bull bar. Probably not the best aerial for the kind of travel that we're going to be doing, but it's less imposing in the visual field up the front there. Alright, Well, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, next Saturday we leave on an 18-week trip through the center of this country. It's gonna be amazing. So please, if you want to tag along, subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, and we'll catch you out there. See ya. Just breaks up. Anyway. The smashing you wise of, oh, I should have checked before I started filming. I think that's it, eh? Okay.